Well, it is, for a change, a bright sunny day, and it's daytime, which can maybe mean only one thing. Today is the day we're taking the car up to Ignition Advantages for mapping on the rolling road. So, just waiting for Jim to arrive with his truck, and then we'll get the thing up, and not that Jim, different Jim. We get the thing loaded up, and off we go. I have had a bit of a tidy up of things in here. So the piping for the fuel, etc. is all now tied back, so at least it's all nice and safe and out the way. And yeah, I still haven't finished the heat shield, and there's a few bits and pieces to do, but kind of looks okay, I reckon. So there we go. Oh, and I gave it a clean. Not that you can really tell. Time then to get it loaded up and on its way. Now, it's pretty low, as we know, so getting it onto the truck was a bit of a faff. And unfortunately, due to some traffic, we'd already had a bit of a delay, so by the time we got going, it was a bit later than we were hoping. But still, we got it on there, and thanks to Jim for getting it up and safe and sound. When we got there, we'd been struck by traffic on the M25, and it was gone 3 o'clock, so I ended up being left with Michael to take a look and see what we could do. So all I was left with at the end of the day is an empty garage. But then...
Hello! Just come to start work on your car. A little bit of an issue. If I prime the fuel pump's running, and you have next to no fuel pressure whatsoever. I was having some problems trying to basically just get it to run nice. So I'm going to try and do this, but more bad news. So I'll prime the pump. Let me get this somewhere. I don't want to put anything down on anything. I'm going to hold it. Makes no difference if I clamp the feed. So what's happened is this got an internal pump inside the tank, because there's a small little plastic hose that connects the top of the pump to the top of the sender, and they're normally little plastic things, and they always split, but you can never tell by looking at them. It's probably split that, because when I clamp the feed hose to the, like you just see, when I clamp the feed hose to the rail, it should just skyrocket the fuel pressure, but it doesn't, so it's a good sign that little pipe inside the tank is split, annoyingly.
And of course, it was.
Mike. Now we are cooking with gas, my friend.
So with everything looking good and sounding great, it was time to get back up to Ignition Advantages. Huge thank you to Andrew there for dropping me back up in his Volvo and tailing me back home again after. So here we go, reversing back up onto the rolling road, and I can't tell you how excited I was to see it running, and to be honest, relieved. I am down at Ignition Advantages, where, as you've probably seen, this legend has basically fixed my car and is in the process of mapping it. She's just gone onto the rollers, and yeah, we're going to see what she can do. Low end stuff to sort out, and some power runs as well. Sounds pretty good though. We're off the rollers because we had a little bit of an issue that it popped that pipe off again, didn't it?
They do that quite a lot.
However, it's been on a power run, and it made good numbers. Michael's super impressed.
Yeah, I was impressed for a standard inlet anyway.
And it's made,
170 horsepower.
170 horsepower, so on the money, which it probably never made when it was new.
No, definitely not. I was surprised it actually made it with that inlet as well, to be fair. Being a standard 2-litre blacktop inlet, they don't really like to flow naturally aspirated that high, but clearly works, so there you go.
And there we go. And I owe a lot to this man, because it's twice that he's fixed this exact same problem now. I had all the patience to do it, and then saved me from pulling the rest of my hair out for what little I've got left now. So thank you so much, mate. I really, really appreciate it. So there we go. Thank you. So with a headline figure of 170.5 horsepower, torque of 148.7 foot-pounds, and a really smooth acceleration curve and torque curve, I was over the moon, as you can imagine, and it was time to head home. And there she is, home, safe and sound, and on charge. As you'd expect, there's a couple of little issues to sort. There's always a little bit of a snag list, things to do, so still need to sort out the heat shield. I did have a go at doing that, but frankly, I didn't like the way that it looked, so I'm going to have to try and figure out another solution to that. Did have to replace the little pipe that goes to the fuel pump again with a proper submersible type of rubber. It's incredible how the fuel just eats, well, I assume it's the ethanol, but it just eats the rubber that's in there. And there's a couple of other small bits to sort out, but nothing too major, thankfully. Like everything when it comes to these cars, I couldn't have got here without so many friends. It's what makes the car seem fantastic. So to you all, of course, to Mikey, to Michael, to Terry, to Andrew, to Jim, to Mark. I mean, there's so many people. Thank you for getting us this far and for getting the car back on the road again. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Please do make sure you like and subscribe. There's more coming, I promise you. But the car is now back, is now on the road, and I can use it finally. So next time we'll be out to a show, hopefully. And a few other little bits and pieces to do just to get it all sorted and ready to go. Plus, we need to give it a proper detail. There's a few little bodywork bits which are just not quite how I'd like them. So bit of paint maybe somewhere down the line, but before then we've got window regulators to do, got other bits for interior to sort out, and yeah, away we go. But as I say, please make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and for joining me on the journey so far.